Hi, I'm Susan, and today I'll be your guide as we review preparing, taking and handling Evrysdi or risdiplam. Together, we'll learn about an oral, at-home medication for the treatment of spinal muscular atrophy, or SMA. First, the basics. Evrysdi is a liquid medicine that's taken once a day using a syringe, either by mouth or through a feeding tube. The medicine's pure form is a powder that gets constituted by a healthcare provider before you receive it. Make sure the medicine you receive is liquid and do not use it if it is a white powder. If you do receive the medicine as a powder, or if the package is damaged, contact the pharmacy or other location where you receive Evrysdi or your treating physician. Evrysdi should always be taken at approximately the same time every day, so schedule a regular dosing time that fits into your daily routine and set an alarm or leave yourself a reminder somewhere you'll see it. Now we're ready to learn about getting and storing Evrysdi. When you receive your prescription, it will contain everything you need to administer Evrysdi properly. Each carton will contain 4 oral syringes and 1 bottle of medicine. Evrysdi is light sensitive, so its packaging and syringes are specifically designed to protect it from light. Always keep it in its original amber bottle and only administer medicine with the oral syringes that come with your prescription. The dose is based on age and, for younger patients, weight. If you are the caregiver of an infant or young child with SMA, it is important to discuss scheduling regular office visits with your healthcare provider so they can adjust the dose as the person in your care grows. Discuss and decide the frequency of these visits with your healthcare provider. Never adjust the dose yourself, always consult your healthcare provider first. Store the glass bottles upright in a refrigerator, making sure the bottles are out of reach of children and won't be easily knocked over. And don't forget to check the discard after date on the bottle before using it. When you're not using the medicine, always return bottles to the refrigerator upright and with the child-safe cap closed tightly. Never freeze Evrysdi, always keeping it stored between 2 and 8 degrees Celsius. The medicine may be prone to freezing in the refrigerator if placed near a back wall or on the lowest shelf, so be sure not to store it in these areas. Now let's talk about preparing a dose of Evrysdi. To start, find the syringes in the carton of Evrysdi that go with the dose that was prescribed. If the prescribed dose volume of Evrysdi for you or the person in your care is between 1 ml and 6 ml, use a 6 ml oral syringe with a grey label. If your prescribed dose of Evrysdi for you or the person in your care is 6.2 ml or higher, use the 12 ml oral syringe with a brown label. Once you pick the right syringe, remove it from the packaging before using. Always take or give the dose exactly as prescribed by your healthcare provider and use the oral syringes that come with your prescription. Never use a spoon to take Evrysdi, always the oral syringe. Remove the child safety cap from the bottle by pushing it down and twisting to the left. Place the cap to the side for now. Then set the bottle of Evrysdi upright on a flat surface like a table or countertop. Push the syringe plunger all the way down to remove any air inside, then insert the syringe tip into the bottle. The adapter at the top of the bottle helps make sure the syringe stays in place. Do not use Evrysdi if the bottle adapter is not in the bottle. Contact your healthcare provider or pharmacist immediately if you receive a bottle without an adapter. Next, carefully turn the bottle upside down, making sure the syringe tip is still firmly inserted. Using the plunger, slowly draw medicine into the syringe until the black stopper lines up with the correct milliliter line for your prescribed dose. After the correct dose is drawn, hold the plunger in place to keep it from moving. Then leave the syringe in the bottle as you turn the bottle upright again. Place the bottle back on a flat surface and remove the syringe filled with medicine. Always keep the tip of the syringe pointing up after removing from the bottle and while the medicine is in it. Check to make sure the medicine in the filled syringe doesn't contain any air bubbles. If you see them, especially larger ones, start from the beginning. You will have to put the syringe tip firmly back into the bottle and use the plunger to push the medicine back into the bottle. It's important to note that Evrysdi needs to be taken no more than 5 minutes after the dose has been drawn into the syringe. Otherwise, you'll need to empty the syringe, discarding the unused medicine, and prepare it from the beginning again. Now I'll show you how oral administration with Evrysdi works. Once you're ready, insert the syringe filled with Evrysdi into the mouth. Place the tip gently against either cheek, then slowly push down on the plunger until the syringe is empty. To prevent choking during dosing, the person taking Evrysdi should be sitting in an upright position. Also, make sure the medicine is administered slowly and toward the front of the mouth. Evrysdi has a strawberry flavour, but it's not made with real strawberries. Talk to your physician if you have any concerns with regards to intolerances or allergies to any of the ingredients of Evrysdi. It can be taken on a full or empty stomach, but do not mix it directly with any food or other liquids. Also, it should only be taken with the syringe included in the carton. Drink some water afterwards to help ensure that the full dose has been swallowed. When you're done, remember to screw the cap back onto the bottle and put it back in a safe place within the refrigerator. Evrysdi can also be taken via G-tube, also known as a gastrostomy tube, or through an NG tube, also known as a nasogastric tube. To take Evrysdi by G or NG tube, simply place the syringe into the tube, then slowly push the plunger all the way down until the syringe is empty. Then, flush the tube following the manufacturer's direction with 10 to 20 milliliters of water using the same syringe or a clean one. When you're done, remember to screw the cap back onto the bottle and put it back in a safe place within the refrigerator. Whether Evrysdi is administered orally or through a G-tube or NG tube, the syringe can be reused. To clean it, separate the barrel and plunger before rinsing both pieces well by hand under clean tap water. Then let them dry on a clean, safe surface and wash your hands after rinsing. Reassemble the syringe when both pieces are dry. You will get new syringes with each carton of Evrysdi. When throwing away any used syringes or bottles, follow your local guidelines for recycling or waste disposal. If you or the person in your care is sick, contact your healthcare provider for guidance on reuse of the oral syringes. Avoid getting Evrysdi on your skin. If Evrysdi gets on your skin, wash the area with soap and water. I hope you find this information helpful when starting treatment. And remember to always contact your healthcare provider for any medical advice, especially if you or the person in your care experiences side effects.